Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're on the Surfside Jetty, right on the outskirts of Freeport, Texas, a little town called Surfside Beach. And the water is amazing today. It looks really good. You got some nice blue water on this side. A little bit stirred up over here on the beach side, but just off in the distance you can see that really nice blue water, which is what we look for. Everybody always wants to find that whenever you come out here for a day of fishing. The cleaner water usually brings in a lot of fish, multiple species. Today we're going after sheep's head. I don't know if they're going to be out here yet. None of my friends that normally come out here and fish have sounded the alarm on them. So we'll come out here, be the early bird, see if we're going to be able to catch something. Try to get my cart as close as I possibly can towards the end, because that's where I have the better luck. Not a lot of people out here today. There we go. All right, yeah, so I've got two setups right here, Old 18 Outfitters, 7-foot long, medium heavy power Nighthawks. Absolutely love these rod blanks that they're using. Very stiff to be able to winch the fish up to the rocks and then kind of boat flip them up here. I've got a 1000 series spinning reel, and then I got a 4000 series. That one is just in case we see some jacks. I know it's a little bit early, but the water, honestly, all it has to do is hit around 72 degrees, and we're hovering right between 70 and 71 today. So, I mean, you never know. If not, well, I can put an artificial lure on and try to go after something that's a little bit more manageable, like the sheep's head, maybe a speckled trout, something like that. So let's see what happens. All right, who's the smallest shrimp? Bro, everything in here is like Olympic size. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna be able to use live shrimp today. Even though these guys are all alive, they're too big. I'm gonna have to start cutting them in half. I may just end up taking these home if we don't catch nothing. Have a nice shrimp scampi, something. So either way it goes, we will not go home empty-handed, y'all. Oh man, my net, it's on its last leg. Okay, Mr. Shrimp. All right, buddy, thank you. Trying to make sure the birds don't see me like hiding these pieces of shrimp. Actually, let's pick that up from there and put it on my cutting board. Right there. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose of using live shrimp, but oh well. Got some pretty big swells today. Bunch of small guys down there. It's like my shrimp was getting pecked to death right over here where I first started. trying to see what it's like over there at the very end of the jetty. Still a bunch of small guys. I don't want to have to use like a jetty cork. Was hoping to get them with the somewhat free line. It's like weightless. You can usually feel the bite a lot better and easier to manage. All right, let's see if this is going to work. To cover my bases, I'm going to hook this fella whole. I'm going to leave him alive, cast it out there, and see if there's going to be any big, huge trout swimming around out there. And that's the small guy too. He's like one of the smallest ones inside my bait bucket right now. Some more small shrimp. I don't know how. Oh, there goes one right there. He's fairly small, but I'm running out of them. Yeah, everything else looks rather large. I almost like feel horrible using the large shrimp. If we can catch a sheep's head right here, our job is done trying to hook into a fish. I mean, that should be more than enough food for myself and my wife. Just need one fish, and then with the shrimp that we've got, we can make a really good meal. Shrimp and pasta. Oh my gosh, bro. That's the second one. And look at him, just to pour salt in my wound. There he goes, jumping across the top of the water. I hooked them real deep too on the head. I noticed that their shells were very soft. So I'm just trying to do what I can to keep them on my hook, and well, that's a bummer because that was my last small one. I feel really bad using all these other shrimp, the bigger ones, as bait. They look very tasty. So we'll start with the smallest ones out of the big ones, if that makes sense. This guy, he's on his last leg. Man, these are some colossal shrimp, y'all. Either way, I'm gonna eat good tonight. I cut this guy in half. He was already pretty much dead. There we go. There we go. Let's see what we got. That is a massive sand trout. I don't really care for their flavor, so this guy is very lucky. He's gonna go back. He's a really good eating sized one, not a really good eating. You gotta cook these guys immediately too. I don't like their like very fishy, oily flavor. I'm gonna throw him on this side. Well, that's a fish. Lucky with one catch. number 2 right there. That's another sand trout. Little male right here, he's croaking. Kind of wish I didn't mind the taste of those guys. That'd be 2 keepers right there. Honestly, any size is a keeper with those guys. There's no regulation on them. I think we're in a school of them. This is a bigger one though. He's fighting a little bit harder. Gosh darn, look at this guy. Holy cow, he's a big one. I mean, that is a big guy. For a sand trout, yeah. Nice shoulders, very thick, super healthy. Y'all, we're in a massive school of sand trout. That's most likely what this is going to be right here. Yep. There are a lot of them down there. And they're feeding aggressively too. Bro, how? I'm never going to catch a fish with that hook bend like that. Seriously, where did we get this hook from? Or did a fish crunch that thing down? All right, a little bit better. Running out of time, so I'm just gonna start using these fellas whole. I thought about eating these guys, like taking them home and cooking them up, but this blue water's got me like reconsidering. They've been inside that stuff for I don't know how long, and it's probably already took its course and ran through the shrimp's system. Next thing you know, I'm flopping around on my floor at home. So yeah, I'm not going to take these guys home and eat them. I'm going to use every bit of them. All right, buddy, go down there. Catch us a big fat one, big juicy one. You earned your freedom, bro. Yeah, I know you're kicking. Let's remove that, and you spend the last few minutes of your life wisely. Stay inside those rocks if you were smart. I mean, this is what we're dealing with, y'all. I mean, look at this. I have an extra large hand, and this dude, massive fella. It's pretty darn big. I would really lose my cool if I saw a sheep's head come up and eat that thing as I threw him down there to kind of swim away. That guy was smart. He went straight into the rocks. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna start walking back towards the parking lot at the beginning of the jetty, and if I see anything that makes me want to cast, I'll use one of these guys. I'll hook one up and we'll see what we can make happen. But if I don't see any such thing, then I'm gonna let them go, and we'll lick our wounds, come back out another day. We're almost out of shrimp. I think we got like maybe 2 or 3 more. I'm feeding these guys like the gourmet stuff. This is Michelin shrimp right here. These were the last ones, like the very big colossal fellas. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we get this fella to bite again. And maybe, just maybe, we get lucky with a hookup. Still holding out for one keeper sheep's head. Let's start over here. The water looks a lot cleaner, less debris. All right, buddy. Go down there, catch us somebody, get somebody's attention. I see a fish right here by the rocks. Like, I literally see him. He's a pretty big fella too. Surely you see my shrimp, dude. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we are. We got him. Oh, it feels so good to finally get one. Oh my gosh, y'all, we made it happen. We were at the bottom of the barrel too. Bottom of the barrel with all of our shrimp, and we get a nice keeper sheep's head. This is, I've had some long days of fishing. This is definitely one of them. All right, let's get this ready.
What are you using for bait?
Shrimp.
Shrimp?
Yeah, I just put them on whole too.
Oh, dude,
Like a massive shrimp too.
Oh, damn. Nice talk, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy, so much. A lot of people would probably keep this. That's the roe, all the eggs from the sheep's head. That's why they're gonna start congregating by the jetties. They're gonna do their spawn. I don't know. I'm squeamish about eating that kind of stuff. But everybody says the same thing over and over again whenever I show that in the videos. That is really good eating. Just take and fry it up. I like chicken eggs. All right, buddy, thank you so much. Y'all, it has been a very long day. I'm gonna show y'all how many shrimp we got left. Sheep's head, a lot of people won't eat them because they're very hard to clean, but man, they're really good eating. They feed primarily on shellfish, and that's what makes them really good. They're not bottom feeders. All right. Stop and get one more bag of ice before we make the long trek back home. We are truly blessed. I cannot believe we caught a fish. A long, very long day, and we were able to make it happen. All right, so check this out. Look how many shrimp we got left. Let's pull that out. Holy moly, we only got 2. And 2 shrimp left, that's it. Just save my batteries. I'm gonna cut the aerator and just save my batteries. There we go. If we get real lucky, then we'll get another one. Let's see. Oh, we got one. I didn't even know we had one on. My cork did not go down. I cannot make this up. I honestly didn't know I had one on. Let's get the measure board. They got to be 15 inches. He looks to be about 17. I just want to make sure. He's a 16 incher. And that is it, y'all. I mean, we got one more shrimp that we could go after them with, but this guy swallowed my hook just because I didn't know that he actually bit. So we'll dispatch him. Thank you so much, dude. There we go. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it. Look at this, the lone survivor. And boy, is he a colossal shrimp right there. We'll let this guy go. Don't get eaten up, buddy. Oh, what an amazing day. It's time to start putting everything away, button all this stuff up, and I'll see y'all back at the house. So that's a tablespoon of coconut oil right there, and then I'm going to be adding another tablespoon of butter for flavor. So actually both of these are going to be good for flavor. What we're doing is a stuffed poblano pepper. We've got these guys fire roasted, and right now what I'm doing is just making the stuffing for it. So what we'll do is start off with one medium-sized shallot, minced. All I want to do is soften all of these vegetables up. We got one jalapeno, minced as well. One medium Roma tomato. Now we'll add approximately 7 cloves of garlic. It just depends on the size of them. I would guess about 2 tablespoons, like of minced garlic. The garlic will cook down really quick, so you just got to be careful with that. We're almost done with the stuffing. Coarsely chopped cilantro, that's probably a tablespoon right there. If you don't like this stuff, then you can most likely just skip it or use parsley or whichever herb you like to use, but I don't mind the flavor of cilantro. I actually like the kick that it gives to the dish, kind of that Southwest flavor. Now I'm cutting my heat because I'm pretty much done. The only thing that we've got left to do is mix in 2 cups of Mexican rice. And this is already was like made from the other night. 1 cup right there. It's approximately 2 cups. I think that's gonna be more than enough right there. And just mix it all around. You could leave the heat on, but you're gonna want this to actually cool down before adding your fish to it. So with the rice being cool straight out of the fridge, the cast iron will kind of warm it up, but we're gonna let it sit for a little while just to make sure that it's completely cooled down, because we do not, again, when we add our fish, we don't want it to cook. The last little item that we're gonna throw in here is a small pinch of cumin. A little bit will go a very long way with this right here. So use the spice sparingly because it will overpower your dish. And then we'll just thoroughly mix this again and give it a little taste. That's the stuff right there. That's really good. This is really working out well right here. So what I did was put them inside an airtight container, and while I was tending to the stuffing, these guys, they kind of cooled down, but they softened up to the point where it's easy to peel them. And you'll want to make sure that you don't skip this step whenever you're using any type of pepper. The skin is very hard and it's unpleasant whenever you're chewing it. So what we're doing right here is removing all the seeds. You just take and make a slit through the pepper. Kind of make like a cut right there to open it up. Nothing special, we're just scooping every bit of these seeds out, and a little bit of the veins. All of that stuff it's not good whenever you're trying to eat through your dish. So we just make sure that we get every one of these out. Got some coconut oil, and we're just gonna coat the bottom of our dish so that our peppers do not stick to it. Just get that around there evenly. We'll take our sheep's head. I'm just going to try to evenly chop this guy up. Make about 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch little cubes. And that way we'll make sure that we evenly cook it whenever it goes into the oven inside our stuffing mixture. Got all of the sheep's head cubed up right there. This is what I like right here, where we actually have more fish than we do the stuffing. Because the last time whenever I tried to do this with one fish, there was barely enough that you could taste it in the actual pepper itself. But now the bulk of it is going to be sheep's head. I'll do my absolute best to try to reconstruct this pepper. No promises. It's gonna taste just as good though. It doesn't matter if it looks like a pepper or not. There we go. Yeah, we're not closing that bad boy up. Okay, there we go. All right, y'all get the idea. This is turning into a disaster. I'm unable to close these peppers back up. But I guess that's a good problem to have because we got a lot of fish that we're going to be able to eat. Take and cover that, and we're going to throw it inside the oven at 395 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes. Get this timer started. Okay, 22 minutes. I hear it sizzling inside there, and the reveal. I was supposed to do this earlier, but better late than never. I'm gonna top it with some Monterey Jack, or this is Monterey Jack with jalapeno peppers. Right there, look at that. Fire roasted poblano peppers stuffed with sheep's head, Mexican rice, and we also had some leftover beans, homemade beans from a party that we just had, and to boot, washing it down with a margarita. Taste the sheep's head. Very good. Probably could have used like a teaspoon of salt. That was it. That's good. It probably could use a little bit of salt. Okay. I would recommend sprinkling some salt on there. This is really good. So I went out there to the jetty thinking that I was gonna have a field day with the sheep's head. It's that time of year whenever they come in to start doing their spawn. One of the fish that y'all saw, you could see how it had the eggs. Both of its egg sacs were completely full, and that's what they're there to do. They were very selective in eating my shrimp, and I was very, like, I did not want to use the entire whole shrimp, but turns out by doing that, that's what actually got them enticed. So the shrimp was doing its thing, probably kicking, and then the sheep's head comes up to it and just tears it apart, and in doing so took the hook as well. And we were finally able to catch the one. And man, had I caught it on video, there were some youngsters out there who were using fiddler crabs. They took the time to go out there into the like marsh style grass, and they were digging up those fiddler crabs. As soon as they got there, first cast, I'm pretty sure they were hooked up on a fish already, all sheep's head. They had a massive stringer, and the sheep's head really could not get enough of them. So fiddler crabs, if you can find them, then I highly recommend taking those out there, because had I did the same thing, I probably would have ended my day a lot sooner rather than later. But better late than never with this right here. It's just an amazing meal. I do thank you all for watching. The rod and reel setup that I was using is a 7-foot long Nighthawk from Old 18 Outfitters. It's a medium heavy power. Lots of backbone to be able to winch those fish up on top of the jetty rocks so that you don't have to go down there and play around with the swells if the surf is a little bit too rough. And yeah, just a great day overall. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next one. Tight lines, y'all. Gonna do a simple margarita. Got 1 ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of orange liquor. This is triple sec. I've used some of the more expensive varieties, but I don't like the way they taste. It ends up tasting like a lemon zest or an orange zest, the peel of the orange itself. And this simple triple sec right here, it doesn't taste like that. So just imagine eating an orange peel. That's what I don't like. 1 ounce of agave nectar. And then we're gonna do 2 ounces of tequila. A nice scoop of ice. Perfect. Yeah,